Well, hello and welcome, people of the internet. If you're playing Tainted Grail, The Fall of Avalon, and you've made it to the end of Act 1, and maybe you're a bit stuck, you've come to the right place, because I got into a situation where I felt like the game kind of soft-locked me, and I didn't really know how to progress. So if you're in the same situation, don't worry, I'm here to help you figure out exactly how to progress. Now, of course, there's going to be slight spoilers for the end of Act 1, and honestly, if you're here and you're worried about spoilers, think twice about watching this. But anyway, so once you get to the end of Act 1, there are going to be several decision points that need to be made. For one, whether or not to kill Galahad. I think the only option is you actually can kill Galahad, but let's assume that you've killed Galahad. The next option is whether or not to side with Captain Brandon. Now, I wish the game gave us a warning and said, hey, depending on what you choose, the world might change or your game might change, but that's neither here or there. Now, if you decide to side with Captain Brandon, the game is pretty easy. Basically, he's going to say, hey, there's a gong, go find it. It's, you know, off the coast of the village that's at the bottom of the keep. You go over, it's by that giant archway, you pick up the gong, you go to the blacksmith, forgot his name, but you go to the blacksmith in the keep. He asks for some cobwebs, you fix the gong, you make the gong, you go to the archway, the Lord of the Seas comes and says, hey, Arthur, you can pull Excalibur, I'll help you with the power of friendship. And then you go off and you pull Excalibur, and that's the end of Act 1. Easy peasy. But in my case, it was not so easy peasy, and if it was also not the case for you, you're probably here for this reason. Now, if you decide to not side with Brandon, he still tells you that there's a gong that you need to fix, and, you know, basically, hey, if you try and pull Excalibur, I'll tell my guys to shoot you. So my assumption was that I still had to get the gong fixed. Now, the big problem here is that the main quest, Shadow of the Horn or Shadow of the Heat, whatever the main quest that we've been following up to this point, it says that you failed the quest, and unfortunately, there is no quest marker to tell you where you need to go next. And this is the big problem, because if you're like me, I never went up to the top level of the keep where the captain's quarters was, and so I never saw that there was a statue with Excalibur sitting right there in the fortress. I thought we were still looking for Excalibur. Now, obviously, some people are going to be like, well, duh, it's in there. We saw it. Well, if you're like me and didn't see it, you didn't know it was there. So I spent, you know, maybe an hour or two looking for Excalibur and trying to find it. But not only that, I had already found the gong, and I was like, okay, how do I fix this gong? And so I went scouring because, again, once you go to the keep, I should have mentioned, once you go to the keep, you have a bounty on your head now. So everybody inside the keep is hostile against you. Everyone in the village down by the sea is hostile against you. So you no longer have access to the blacksmith in the village to actually help you fix the gong, which you're supposed to do in the correct way of the quest line. So, and because you have no quest in your menu, what exactly are you supposed to do? Short and simple answer, just fight your way through the keep, make your way up to Excalibur, and pull it. That's the ultimate quick answer. There is some things that you can do to make it easier for yourself. So because you don't have the help of the Lord of the Sea, pulling Excalibur is going to siphon off a lot of your health as you pull it. Now, I went searching through a bunch of Steam forums to try and find the answers, because of course this is a brand new game. So basically, I found one commenter who said, hey, there's like this Queen Bee quest line. You need to do that. I'm not going to tell you exactly why. So I did it. It's a pain in the butt. You got to get her, I think it's 2,000 of the weird cobwebs, which I spent several hours farming. It's a pain. The whole reason that you want to do this is basically to get these honey potions. They heal 100% of your health, because if you don't have access to the help from the Lord of the Sea, your health is going to drain really fast, and you either need a bunch of potions or you need really strong potions to keep yourself alive while pulling. So it's not mandatory. So if you do see posts about this, just remember that's not mandatory. You do get some like sweet gear from those quests, so it may be worth doing it anyway. But before you kill yourself for hours farming some weird spawns, just know it's not mandatory. So basically, short answer, all you have to do, just teleport down to the village, run up to the keep. You're going to have to fight your way in. You got to basically, I don't know what the threshold is, but you do have to kill a lot of the people in there. You don't have to kill them all, because after I pulled Excalibur, there were still some extraneous guards, but I think it's like you have to kill all the main NPCs, which sucks because, you know, had I known that it was going to completely change the game, there were still some quests that I had incomplete that I just now can't complete. So I do kind of hope that this gets patched in the future, but like I said, if you need that figured out, there's your quick answer, and that's how you end up pulling Excalibur. But guys, that's all I got. I just wanted to give a quick update in case you get stuck like me in the situation. Hopefully this helps you out, and if it did, would you kindly just leave us a like on the video? Of course, subscribe if you're into that kind of thing, or if you want to watch me live, you can of course subscribe here or follow me over on Twitch for the rest of the playthrough. But guys, that's all I got for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one.